All right, gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. Let's get started today with an incredible video. And today we're talking all about inner world mastery, okay? How we can master the inner world, make it our biatch, okay? And create an incredible life path for ourselves where we feel majestic throughout our days, okay? That's really what our aim is to go from fear to flow, okay? We want to help 100 million people do that. Okay. 1 million to 100 million. That's the goal. That's the thing to aim for. Okay. Now, I was tapping into a spirit yesterday. I'm not going to name the name because it summons the spirit if you mention the name. And I understood something. There's a rawness of delivery of pure instinct that you have within you. You have a clear communication channel of gut, mind, heart, balls, ovaries, right? You have all of them aligned and you're speaking from all of them. It's going to change your communication patterns. Because some people, they talk up here, very up in the head, very heady. Other people, they're very gut oriented. They speak from the gut. Right? That gut feeling is activated. Some people are purely from the heart space. Expansive. What if you could combine all of them? Let's start here, okay? Already we're understanding that the external world cannot give you a problem. You can't have a problem in the external world. It's always a problem in your internal world because you're reacting to the external world. Okay, is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up, man. Hey, support the tribe, bro. What are you doing, right? Support the tribe in its upliftment. Let's get it, okay? Forwarding this to the adepts as well so they can tap in, okay? So what I understood is less intellectualizing, more wisdom, okay? That's such a powerful download already that you don't even need to go further in this video. However, you are going to get the downloads today, my friend. You better believe it, because I'm a living proof that character is the best way to manifest. And you've seen my character change throughout time as I've gotten older, more wiser, more mature, more centered, more grounded. I know that a person is quote unquote unworthy or feels like they're stressed or feels like a loser or held back or they're just living in the past or living in the future in their head, right? In their imaginations, fantasies. What about the now? The now is the place where you can create from, right? I only look at my past from the now goggles. What does this mean? Do I go regurgitating what happened in 12th grade all of a sudden and go on a random journaling quest to find? No, but if it shows up in my daily life, some event, some face, some memory, then I know I will want to lean into it, correct? I will know that I have an opportunity to shine. I don't think we give ourselves opportunities to shine, I'm afraid, right? And you get triggered by all these things that you actually need to work on in yourself. So that's the thing, right? You might see someone who's overweight and be like, fatty. You got some weight loss to do, my friend. You got some reps to do, okay, my friend? Because you yourself are looking at somebody and it's an own inner hate being projected outwards, right? At that other person. And you got to understand that positivity builds, right? Negativity, you cannot use negativity and build something from that space. Negativity leads to more destruction. Positivity is a constructionist. construction mechanism, okay? That's positivity because you're feeling like you're growing and being inspired, okay? The growing feeling, I want you to understand like water. The fire feeling is like a passion. And who wants smoke? Okay? Who wants smoke? And this transitions us into New Zealand event because that's going to be a powerful wisdom quest that we're going to go on, a road trip and a wisdom quest, a vision quest, where we as neo shamans explore the hidden spirituality of that locality, okay, that location that we're going to, which I believe we are also connecting with two portals at once. One is in Lake Tuapo or near that, the volcanic center of that, as well as there is Ayers Rock in Australia. So I think we can probably channel that energy from Australia to New Zealand because they aren't too far apart, right? So we could probably do some rituals for that as well. So you're going to get the activations. I just want to make sure that all the deities know that we work with that this is going to be such a powerful journey and that they're there to guide us and support us through this initiatory experience and understand that whatever it is that you're experiencing, it's initiating your gifts. Okay. It's initiating your gifts. So this is a Katumi energy. Okay. I just pulled this card. Katumi. If you look at the light underneath this expression, I want you to see the eyes of this man. Okay. Kutumi. Okay. Rishi Kutumi. All right. Now see this man as a character of light, an archetype of light, right? Just like you are. But you might not be aware of it. Okay. This is why we need to educate, not always medicate. Okay. We've got to go inwards and actually understand how this journey is helping us. All right. So that's the inner world mastery of this thing. And that's where the character development comes in because we take it to a next level. We're not just inspired by actors. We're inspired by anime, cartoons, manga. We're inspired by all of the ascended masters, all of the codes that we've gotten through all of the different star systems, star seeds, right? All the Yoruba pantheon, the Hindu pantheon, the Nordic pantheon, right? All of these are available. All you need is an imagination to go to level 1. And then it sinks into level 2. Inspired. Feeling inspired, right? Third stage. Intuition activating. That's stage 3, okay? So you can weave in between the stages, obviously. You can go level 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, okay? These are stages of meditation as well, according to Steiner, the 3 stages of meditative states, okay? So this is powerful, okay? Because this is going to show us that I'm not going to recreate my past memories. I'm not a past being. I'm a now being. Okay. And so I can run a simulation in my mind with my eyes closed. I can't be like, I want that. I want that. I want because then it's still in the future, right? You've just hyper extended that desire into the future. Now, a big part of your success is going to be not remaining in the future in the past. Okay. Because who is successful that's like that? Okay. Again, this is about sustainability, right? Maintenance, that Vishnu energy. You have to be able to maintain this thing long term. This is not a quick fix strategy. To manifest is a lifestyle. Okay. And it doesn't stop at the vision board. It doesn't stop at affirming things. It doesn't stop at, you using, oracle cards or whatever, right? It doesn't stop there. You find your own pathways and path workings along this thing, because you have path workings for being rude. You have a path working for being super kind. You have a path working for being ultimately neurotic. You have a path working for being one of the most confident people on planet Earth. Okay, you have a path working for anything, but you've got to create it. You are the creator. You're the one with the paint palette. You're the one imagining and painting the expression that you want to create. Okay, and this is truly what I want you to understand today, because this is the energy that we're tapping into slowly. Okay, this is the pockets of joy that we must embellish in, the feeling in the water merging with the passion, the inspiration, the fire, calming your mind. You're cooking internally this alchemy, and through this, now you feel, instead of I want, I've got it, I am. Right? So the power linguistics of saying I'm going to the gym right now, actually, right? Yo, what's up? Big White, welcome, welcome. Namaskaram. Ryan G, what's up? Okay. So let's say that you close your eyes and you visualize a fit, healthy body, man. Right? Imagine your perfect body that you would want to have it, and just feel how that feels, how that changes your beingness. Just close your eyes. Just notice how that changes your beingness and your energy signature. Okay? Good. That feeling of I've already got it. I fulfilled the goal. I got the body. It's mine. Okay? Every time you say it's mine, it's a magic spell. Okay? Ladies, be very careful when a man says that pee is mine, right? You know what I mean. I don't want to be breaking YouTube algorithm, but you got to be careful who that's coming from, I'm saying. The mystic who says that creates a binding spell, right? Anytime you say this is mine, this is for me, I own it, there's a certain binding spell that transforms, right? That takes place internally. So this is the tech I got from Ogmios, right? We worked with the god of binding himself. So he began to reveal to me. So I started to understand this as I move forward with this energy. And I also understood that we're like a gambling culture. You get what I mean? What do I mean by that? We want to take the risk, and we always want to stay in this maybe dopamine hit of, yeah, maybe I'll do it, right? So the 50-50 mentality is very addictive, man. To stay in that center point is very, very addictive. Okay? It's the same as love bombing, if you ever got love bombed before. One day they're like, oh, you have such a soft and lovely beard, right? The next day they're like, ow, get that prickly thing away from me, right? That's love bombing. Okay. So they're going like this with your emotions. You don't know what to predict now. It's unpredictable, right? This is why in the art of seduction, Robert Greene points out coquettes do the hot and cold. It's love bombing, technically, right? We're talking technicals here. So you got to know that to wield this power, you got to be very high character, very ethical. Why? Because a person with these tools who want to do bad, they can do bad, absolutely. But this is the reason why I also study the enemy. I study Satanism. I study Luciferianism. I study these things because I got to know what I'm up against. Okay. And most people, they don't study their enemy. If you're a boxer and you don't know your opponent, that's fucked up, bro. Okay. You don't know a thing about your opponent? Are you kidding me? You at least won't watch him fight. You at least won't try to find a picture of him or a video or a name. You're telling me you're going to let that feeling of the unknown cook you from the inside until it gets to game day and you have to fight, right? So this is the thing, right? When you feel that I have the thing already, let's say you're rich, right? Let's say you're just incredibly, like filthy rich, okay? Fuck you money, right? That rich. Oh man. Okay. It's just it's shooting out of you the aura pockets, right? All this gold. And then you realize that kills my greed. That kills my jealousy. Why? Because I already have it. Right? I'm not in scarce. I'm not in lack. There's no missing piece that I'm constantly chasing. I have the jigsaw. And yes, the jigsaw gets fragmented at times and reshuffles. But that's completely valid because it's not a problem, my friends. It's an internal puzzle. It's something to unlock. And once you understand this quirkiness context, you'll really get it. Okay, because it's about understanding that you need a sense of control with the grace of God. Okay, that's the code. Control and instinct, as Bruce Lee said, right? Mechanical instinct. So you want to have a sense of control. And this is what I said today on Instagram, is essentially to be able to channel. You're not necessarily giving up control. Okay, there's still a conscious control of it, the situation. And it's not a possession. It's not this kind of, trying to attain something, trying to manipulate something to come out. It's being a clean and clear channel of truth and source, right? And it's being translated through a certain frequency that I'm tapping into, right? And so what's really happening is, let's say that I timeline jump and I imagine in my mind's eye that I have now entered a new portal of a new reality where my entire tribe of adepts wins. Everybody wins, right? There's a reality for that, right? There's a frequency to that energetic group dynamic, right? There's such a powerful resonance to that. And we're figuring that out. As we grow older, we start to learn more and more about manifestation each day and not look at it that these LOA, okay, practitioners are saying, okay, well, you got to shorten a word, right? Law of attraction, just calling it LOA, okay? So the thing is, yeah, we want quick, effective results. That's the whole reason why it's symbols back in the day. If you look at Sanskrit or hieroglyphics or ancient Arabic or any of these languages, they're very artistic, right? They look like a signature, a sigil in a sense. Okay, even runes have that similar quality. So what if you could just sink into that feeling? You're just finding ways to merge. This is the art form, right? So let's say randomly, I'm just looking at an image of, no, I'm not going to do two people. Let's do Saint Germain. Okay. Let's do Saint Germain. So he's big in our path working. Shout out to his Violet Flame tech, which really helped us. Okay. So let's say that I want to tap into Saint Germain's energy. First of all, he's wearing this purple like outfit, right? What if I just unbutton one button and I rebutton it? Okay. It's not for the ladies, okay? Calm down. But I'm now imagining that I just buttoned on this outfit, okay? Even though it doesn't have buttons, but irregardless, right? I'm tapping into it. now. I feel that I have purple on right now. Even though I have blue, I close my eyes and I see purple. Then what do? I imagine my eye color changes. So it goes from this color to hazel or whatever Saint Germain's that I see here, right? Then my beard starts falling off, right? And it just becomes this French goatee. Then I slowly imagine that I'm becoming more Parisian, more elegant, right? And then slowly I'm tapping into the energetics of France. I'm really living, I'm already there in a French cafe somewhere or an ancient, tomb or a catacomb of in Paris or something, right? I'm there. I'm in that spaciousness right now as I close my eyes. Now I might tune into his energy and feel like doing a specific mudra, a hand gesture. That will also help to connect with his energy. So you're finding different angles, okay, to be able to hybridize you with this being, okay? Ah, bonjour. Welcome. I do believe that we do not know what we do not know. For we know that every time that we become more activated in our solar plexus, we know that the warrior energy can emit a frequency that uplifts us towards the grandest container of the truth that I truly believe in. But truth is always mine. Therefore, it is there eternally. Okay, a little bit of channeling here, very mild channeling. Okay, but that's kind of it. Okay, so you got to let yourself sink into it. Okay, and the same thing is why. So the deity work that we do is really like imagine embellishing. This guy's an alchemist, an immortal alchemist, right? Who can just be suave and social and elegant, right? So he has all the characteristics that we want already, right? And so what if we installed those traits like they're level ups in the video game, right? Of life. So what you do in your mind as you're doing this is you can close your eyes right now and just max out stats in your mind, like buttons, right? You can push a button or you can lift it up internally. Try that out. All right. Let me know what you guys think or what's coming up or what you guys feel more so. Right? When you max out the stats in your mind, 100 out of 100 charisma, 100 out of 100, communication, 100 out of 100 style. Max out everything, right? Yeah, boy. Okay. I know some of you are feeling it. Some of you are just like, whatever. Okay. But some people are getting this, right? This is high level mastery, guys. This is not like, preschool for enlightenment. This is not, no. Okay. It's not child's play here, right? This is real science. This is real quantum physics that we're doing up in here, okay? And you got to find trust within yourself, okay? And trust comes through the third eye, actually, okay? A lot of people, liars, have third eye clogged third eyes. They cannot see the truth. Therefore, they're a walking frequency of lies, fabrication, making stuff up all the time about stuff, okay? It's very interesting, guys, because the feminine energy that's constantly moving, weaving, Shakti, elegance, radiance, right? It needs the thing that doesn't move, the solidity, right? You notice when you put ice on the table, there's little like gas coming out of it, right? Little smoke you could see, a slight around it. right? Very slightly, very slightly. Even in dry ice, you can notice that kind of, right? But you notice that, right? The gaseousness of that. So as the ice, you have the containment of her, right? Which is actually your light feminine. She's just a reflection of that, okay? And dark feminine, both. So, man, this is a high level concept. I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can. You're melting into her as the ice cube and the gaseousness and the it becomes liquid, right? Solid and gas meet at liquidity, meet at fluidity, meet in the zone. So my energy isn't contradictory to her, it's complementary to her. Okay. This is a very, very important understanding because, man, the elites will have you chasing, right? They'll have you chasing some desire, like you have to get XYZ in order to be okay and be accepted, right? And be loved. Okay. Hey, it amplifies your experience of life, but is that really it? Okay. Is that really all that life is about? It's nice, man, opening your, car door open, up in the clouds, chilling. It's a good feeling. But what if you get needy about it, right? What if you start clinging to it? What if you start getting attached to that one person, right? It's this icky feeling, right? Why is that? Because this life is here to teach us about attachment and how to detach, right? This is a very big lesson in the Bhagavad Gita, guys, right? To live unattached. Don't be so subjected to anything. You get what I mean? Like, don't be so caught up in somebody else's version of reality because we all have different worlds. This was my epiphany yesterday, guys. It blew my mind, right? Because the only way that you could be bad in communication is understand that two people's worlds are, you know, different to say. Okay, so if your world is like, let's say you're on like I don't know, planet Namek or whatever, and this girl that you're dating or a person that you're seeing or a friend that you have, right? They're in this other world. What world are they in? Maybe they're in Atlantis, okay? So now Atlantis has to match with planet Namek. How is this going to happen if you both are so caught up in your own worlds? This is where arguments happen, divorces happen, separation happens, is from the worlds being unable to merge and meet, right? Most people who are lonely complain about feeling misunderstood, right? Not feeling like they can make sense to somebody and they fully get you. But I'm here to be a walking reminder to you that you can be that. You can be connected. You can allow yourself to give yourself permission to tap into your divine magic. Okay? Because this is really becoming the game changer. You get that? Whatever problem that you have right now, understand it's an internal problem and you have the capability to shift out of that by becoming the character that doesn't have that problem anymore. And that goes back to, of course, the technology from IMC and the beast process there and so forth. But it also goes into the understanding of just theater and the technology of that, right? The ability to be able to tap into this specific world. Yeah, math is the magic wand with the drama faces, right? Happy and sad. That's it, right? Like you got to choose happiness. You got to choose one side and the other, yeah, it'll come up, but there's less of it. It's like the yin and yang, right? There's a little bit left, but that's okay, right? We got to keep moving with the positivity and let it build us, right? The negativity is there for threat management, right? Danger and protectiveness. And yeah, it's important for sure, but it's not the main paradigm. And you got to understand this, man. The reason these lower entities and beings are siphoning from you is because you've said that I do not have the control, right? I feel out of control. I feel wishy-washy, washed up in this fucking storm. And then now you're susceptible to attack and you're vulnerable to, you know, these certain lower entities, these beings, these parasites, right? Astral parasites. So the best way is to shift out of the fear by understanding it's not really fear, it's just an energy, it's just adrenaline, it's just maybe you're stressed out, there's cortisol in your system, right? And so as a biohacker neo shaman, right? You're not here to just take the mundane option, the easy way out, right? Hey, if it was easy, everybody would be walking around with like six-pack $1 million, right? Everybody. It's rigged, but it's rigged in your favor. See what I did there? The first energy is fear. It's rigged. Notice the eyes going up. Notice the change, but it's rigged in your favor. Notice the drop, right? So this is like such a sacred art form, guys. And it's manageable, it's weavable. So to create romantic opportunity, soulmate connection, holy union, Ramen Sita style, you've got to understand that your heart is centered somewhere for a purpose, a higher calling than you, that is pulling you as a man to dominate in life, to conquer the path in front of him, but not in a way through violence, but through transformation, right? And the feminine is transformation. So you're learning from her. She's the greatest character pill that you can take. You get that? She's going to point out your weaknesses. You know why? Nature does the same thing. Nature does the same thing. Prakriti does the same thing, my friends. An animal goes into another animal's territory. There's a doom. There's a tension, auto tension. Correct? So this power play affects us as human beings too. Okay? And some people can get easily swayed by certain energies because they're not cognizant, they're not clear in their minds, and they're not in control. There's many times on this journey where you are going to feel insane. Okay, I'll be honest with you. There are going to be times where you're doing so much good work in magic that it feels like everything is magic. And then you go into nothing is magic, right? That diagram or whatever, right? Everything is magic, nothing is magic. Okay. And when you're in the middle, you're kind of seesawing in this uncertainty and this weirdness, right? So what is the solution? Okay. Selectively magic, I guess. Okay. Or just being able to create your own version, right? Don't be afraid to create your own version of reality. Okay. Don't be afraid to stamp on a new stamp, not on your passport, but in your physical world. This is me from now on. This is how I'm going to be treated. Okay. There needs to be a stand that you take, right? Ryan G, congratulations on your thesis defense, bro. And that's incredible. It reminded me of that because, you know, in a defense, you have to defend what you're saying in a sense. And so to be fearless, we must face fear. It's a paradox. So to embrace the inner power, right? Not wishing, hoping, praying, wanting. I know, right? I know. And that knowingness is going to give us major insights. Major insights. Okay. I think Mathis, you sent me a voice message yesterday. I did not hear it yet. I'll listen to it afterwards, brother. I know it's related to the summit. Um, Cats, of course. We've been seeing a lot of, so there's this map. I don't know if I could show you guys this. Hold on. There's this very interesting map I want you guys to see. Check this out, okay? Claudia might be aware of this actually. Um, Hold on. I don't know. Zangief just told me that. So Vega stars. No. Okay. Is this it? Hmm. Nope. This is just the tree of life I'm seeing, but there is a specific one where. Hmm. Let me try something else, more a different keyword maybe. Hmm. No. So anyway, well, I'll explain it to you guys what it is. Essentially, I can't find it right now. However, basically, it's the tree of life, but instead of the tree of life, they're the star seed systems of all the stars, right? So Lyra, the brightest star, is kind of the start of the godhead in a sense. So it's a reminder of that. So when I saw that model, I was like, there's no wonder that we're seeing so many cats, yo. Okay, because there's a divine feminine energy upgrade in a sense, and the cats are just very connected to that Lyra energy as well, that feline energy, and it comes through that very bright, high vibrational energy, right, that they emit. So if you think of the big cats in your timeline right now, you're being drawn to this energy as well. There's a high chance that you might be connected to the Lyrans. Okay, you're seeing tigers, lions, okay, panthers, any big cats, kittens, cats, you're obsessed with them. Okay. Now listen, I don't want crazy cat ladies in the ADEPS program, but I do want ex the term is extreme. Okay. I do want you to be extreme. I don't want you to be, off the wall, bonkers. Okay. Protect yourself, protect your people, right? Okay, understand that there are certain things that can be liabilities. So you have to weigh up your options. You have to choose the highest good for you, right? And I think we're learning this every day, more and more. And, you know, today in the gym, I was surprised, man. I was doing this shoulder exercise with just 2.5 kg, right? It was the end of my workout. That shit hurt, bro, I was like, damn, like how can such a small weight, right? But I was bent, it's like the bent over row, but it's like sideways, right? So you go like this. And I was like, dang, right? Should I put Primal Sutra on my CV? Yeah, why not, bro? You're a part of it. I think that's powerful. You don't have to really explain what it is, I guess. You just say that, it's transformation. It's a wellness company, ultimately, right? It's a manifestation company. That's what we do, man, right? So that's funny though. All the time, 500 hours in the astral, like a CV bullet points. Okay. So let's do some cards, okay? I think it's relevant. All right, so I'll be taking any questions from the audience now. If you have any questions, I will consult the cards, the guides, family, the deities we work with, as well as these ascended masters. who you're going to get in contact with through this process. Okay. So if you have any questions around health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, anything, okay, and you need some spiritual guidance on the subject, then you're allowed to type in the chat, in the live chat, what's going on? What can I assist you with? Because I'm here to serve. Okay. Serve and assist. Okay. I'm a space-time cop. Okay. All right. Okay. For adepts, what is the next period going to be about? Okay. Already got a download for this, Ryan, the other day. What October's energy is going to be. And I have a good feeling about it. But let's check. Interesting. Do you remember how Iraj pulled up Metatron? I just pulled Metatron here. Okay. Metatron and Sandalphon, both together. Sacred connection says synchronicity, divine connection, and understanding lessons. So, yeah, next month is going to be full of synchronicities, I have a feeling. It's going to be too weird to ignore, that kind of thing, right? So the next stages would just be making connections sacred, I think, is a very important thing, right? Like making it something holy, making it something righteous, and not, an energy boxing match. Doesn't have to be that. I think that's really the energy of choosing the positivity over the negativity, right? Not letting the negativity win, because negativity is more powerful than positive energy, okay? It's 3:1 ratio in positive psychology, we say, okay? So three positive thoughts is one negative thought, okay? So think about it. You need a positivity max in order to even reach a baseline, okay? And you're not laughing, you're not, light, effervescent, and glowing, like going around and full of energy. The gym has been changing my energy, but yeah. Okay, Big Y has a question. Uh, hold on 1 second, brother. Let me just check with the cards, the deities. I wouldn't word it like that, brother, because we don't know the outcome yet. Okay, so hang in there, but I will pull the cards for you. Let's see here. Big Y. I hope your family knows what you believe in, and don't be afraid of expressing what you truly believe them, because and also worrying about them more than yourself is it's valid. If you've been through some kind of wounding or trauma as well, that's also a byproduct of that. Sometimes is that, you know, we care more about others around us than ourselves to look after our own selves, right? And I think that could be actually a lesson for you as well, man, because it's about tapping into the understandings of like a sacred activism, if this makes sense. So I pulled the Joan of Arc type of energy. Okay. So this tells me that it's kind of they're gonna be fine. but things won't be the same, is what I got, right? And it could be the positive or the negative, but there's definitely a rebellion. There's definitely a moment of acceptance, right? So I'm rating strong that they will be, yes, they'll be okay. They'll be safe. Okay. All right. Anybody else? If not, we can go more into the character stuff. And speaking on that, um, where's my phone? Oh, it's in the other room. Okay. You're in tears. Good, brother. Just feel into that. Just feel into that, bro. It's oxytocin being released. So this is a part of your recovery. You're welcome, brother. Fantastic. Okay. What character upgrade did I go through, says Ryan G. Okay. What character upgrade did Ryan G go through? Mm. It's an upgrade in service. So you notice that when you're serving and giving and being generous and believing in others and moving the energy forward, Ryan G, that you truly feel that that comes back in some way, that they serve you double or they give you something else and then it moves it into a better energy, right? So the character upgrade is like it's almost like a samurai upgrade, right? To serve. What is the meaning of samurai? Hold on. Is it to serve? Yes. Sabura. Okay. Samurai. Okay. That's the upgrade. Okay. Because it's the energy. I just see like you just doing this in slow motion. Just fucking get it done, man. Just slice through it, right? Like a King Jin energy, but it's like a very like boom, right? We gotta still get to the finish line. I don't care if it's been a sorry adventure, but we've got to get there by any means necessary. This fierceness, this vajra, this vitality comes from a deep stillness and compassion. Okay. So that's something very important to understand too in regards to this. Okay. Oof. I just pulled a card that was very powerful. The divine director. This is essentially, I mean, the way I read this is like my higher self is speaking to me. Okay. Because there is a specific ascended master called the divine director. I'm not going to deny that or take away from that, of course, and kudos to the being and you, sir. However, it says trust the process. Primal Sutra has just been a process, a way of being, a mindset, a philosophy that brings us all together. We're trying to go back to the source, man, right? Back to the origin of it all. So it says create space for divine order to unfold. Okay. So it's like the energy I'm picking up is like an organized October, right? Orgo in October. I like that too. What do you think of that, Ryan G? Because I got this download yesterday, still fine tuning it. And I'm thinking what it means, obviously, for our adepts too, and what we're really building towards, you know? Because each time the theme changes, it changes our intention, changes our perspectives, right? And so, yeah, we got to understand how to move with this energy and become the characters that we truly prefer, you know, that we desire to actually be, not want to be and desire to be, that we know that we actually are by getting rid of the layers of baggage, of trauma, of nonsense, right? Your brain is constantly going from sense to nonsense, hence the background, okay? It's always going from just, it's fractalizing, right? It's changing all the time. So that means certain things are going to be completely nonsensical, and you have to either lean into it if it's important in the long term, or just leave it where it's at, because your mind is meant to do that. It's a sense-making machine, right? Meaning-making machine. It's an interpretation device, okay? So if you can interpret the highest good, the highest order for yourself, the most divine order for yourself, if you're choosing love over fear, if you're understanding that you're leaning into the flow state rather than being afraid of taking chances, then you are actually going to activate this frequency of social September alive, right? Because so the family's pushing all of us to go out. Okay, if it's not today, then tomorrow, because this is kind of the final stretch, right? And so again, if it's not today, it's tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know who's going on a Sunday, but I'm off on Mondays, so I can actually technically also go in on Sunday. Okay. Um, yeah, less people there, but so what, man? I'm there to have fun, you know? You have to prepare yourself to be in the moment and let the world know who you are. You have to let the world know. They can't guess, man. Okay? They can't guess from the little thing, your appearance or, you know, whatever, right? They can see some things, but they cannot sense your internal world right now. So you have to get very, very clear, crystal clear on the images that you wish to cherish and hold in your heart. The positive images, right? The positive imagery and the positive vocabulary that you speak in a positive way, and you can change from the negative to the positive, from the negative to the neutral, then to the positive sometimes if it's more difficult, right? And once you really get this, you can be an expansive positivity chamber for others. You can be what you would say is the refuge for others, as you say in Buddhism, right? The spiritual retreat for others. It's an amazing thing when you recognize that these people who are triggering me are like my gurus in a certain way, right? They're moving me closer to what I know to be true. Because if something is emerging in your reality, let's say you're like, man, that person is so slow. You have an issue with your own speed. If you're like, man, this guy never makes it on time, right? You have issues with time and time management. If you're like, I can't believe that person wears such sparkly clothing. They just want all the attention. You, my friend, have an issue with craving attention. You guys see how this loops around like this? Okay. So we're all a mirror. We're seeing somebody else and we're like, oh, they're so perfect. They have this life, this nice wife, this nice car, this nice thing, right? But we're not even seeing their internal world. What are you talking about? Okay. They could be living in a mansion, but in hell in their own mind. Yeah, they're paradise on the outside. Are they paradise consciousness on the inside? That's my question to you. Because why is it that we can't handle the pressure of the spotlight? Why is it that the ego starts to pop when you're at the center of attention? You become a celebrity. I work with a lot of celebrities behind the scenes, right? I'm not like an in the face kind of guy. I don't want to work with them right off the bat because then I'd have way too much people reaching out and it just get complicated, right? With a lot of things. So I have to keep that on the low key with who I work with and so forth in terms of the confidentiality. But I have worked with a lot of influencers who, you know, more than 190K followers, 500K followers, um, people like this, right? I've worked with these people. And what I would tell you is that these certain individuals, they're high level people, okay? They're living a very high level life, but maybe not in regards to what I'm good at, which is flow, right? And so all I'm doing is just assisting to share in that spontaneity and playfulness and that freestyle rap mentality that I carry with me and that I improvise as a shaman on the go, right? I've always been on the go and on the move. And I recognize that it's both, right? One is a stillness when I meditate or I go inwards, do some breath work, or I do some yoga. I'm noticing I need to do way more yoga. If I'm in the astral more time, like if I'm in the astral for like 2 hours or something, okay, just floating around and just exploring places, I'm going to need more of a recovery period from that. So I'm going to need to take like a deep, uh, you know, like an exfoliating scrub or something, on my body, or like with sea salt soap, right? Or just rub salt on my body, you know? Um, and imagine that everything you do is with intention, right? So it's like even you're eating your supplement with water, okay? You're like, this supplement means XYZ, okay? And when this energy interacts with the water's energy, so you can hold it listening to morphic tones, resonances, frequencies, subliminals, and just hold a cup of water like this, okay? Your hand is the conductor there. You first can start off by doing this to make you more receptive to it, because this is really the way to receive messages at times, okay? This is like an opening or a spiritual activation when we put our palms up, okay? It's very good to sleep like this too if you want to get downloads before you sleep, or if you want to receive something, be in receptivity, right? Putting the antennas out. So you can use these palms to almost weave in the different energies that you want from source energy or God. I just imagine this through your palms. And then now, when you're holding your cup of water and the supplement or whatever, right? You're like, this supplement means this water means this. And then you sit there for a little while, listening to the tones, frequencies from your laptop, going in through your ears, but also it's playing out loud on my phone. And, I just create a vortex for myself with this energy. Drink it, state change magic. Okay. It's wonderful because we can actually use our imagination to our benefit. But our entire lives, guys, our entire lives, it's been the complete opposite. Why do people pop off at like, you know, their 60s or whatever, 50s or 45 or something like this? Why do they pop off at that age, right? It's because a lot of people, they realize things too late, right? And so you got to move with this energy, whatever age you are, you just got to move with it, man. Don't let age be a detrimental factor towards your success, okay? You got to just move with the energy. You got to activate and be the frequency that you truly are, right? When I was a younger coach, I had people, yeah, but you're too young. I don't want to work with you. I had people saying that. So what? They're not for me at that time, right? It's not going to align. Not everything is meant to go exactly the way that you think it should, okay? There are greater gifts available that the universe is going to give you, but it's going to take a deep sense of surrender, okay? A deep sense of surrender and stillness. Okay? We create a lot of residue, a lot of gunk of responsibility, duty. I must be the best manager. I must carry the team on my back. I must have this. Creates a lot of pressure in the shoulders. Today was shoulder day for me, right? So this is why I'm bringing this up. And I notice Indians also, we used to carry the rickshaws, right? The auto rickshaws. And so Indians automatically, we have great traps, great shoulders. And I want to activate that to the most of my, I want to max it out, right? To the best of my ability, because I truly believe that I want to be physically healthy and fit as well as spiritual. I don't want to be one of those spiritual people who are just like, like, yeah, they're a wizard with a big beard up till here, and then they have like you know, a buggery maybe or whatever. Okay, sure. Right. That's one way to go about it. And that's one archetype. But I'm here to create my own. This is why I've created the priest beast, and others are stepping into this role because they're understanding, hey, I've always known this to be true too. Like I know I have a light side and a dark side, right? I know that there are parts of me that remain out in the open and some parts of me that are hidden. And those hidden parts are always going to play tug of war with my lights. So I must be the lights. I must execute and decide that I am the lights and choosing one side of the coin, the tree of life, the Garden of Eden, the frequency that, hey, it's not this 50-50, right? Good and evil. It's not that. It's like the original tree of life is every day we winning, every day we getting it, every day we winning, every day we winning. Okay? It's that energy. It's really that energy, right, guys? It's not like a I'm by winning, okay, Charlie Sheen, but it's winning, okay? The winner's effect. If you win in your mind, you'll keep winning in reality. If you keep, yes, I did it, I accomplished it. Oh, dude. Right? If you have these moments of awe, of wonder, and allow yourself to actually feel into it, it's unrecognizable what your state is going to be. Okay? Let's become unrecognizable, my friends. We're here. We're truly here to be irreplaceable, irreplicable human beings. Such a divine, unique frequency of our own, the Spiritual Avengers team, each with their cosmic spiritual powers and psychic upgrades, activating together like fucking Power Rangers or some shit, right? Beam me up, Scotty. So this is what we want. All right. What's the next steps for character upgrades for adepts and me? Okay. Let's see here. So if you don't have a social September character that you worked with, now is the time to just set one up for the remainder of this month. Okay. You guys have some idea because we've done a little bit from the full moon. Also, there was that energy residue. Okay. Next steps for adepts and Ryan G. Okay. Cutting the cords to dramas, fears, and limitations, Kalima. It's not that we aren't those characters, Ryan G. You see what I'm saying? We are that social, charismatic, dope, like free, open, incredible. We have those, but we got to cut the cords to the stuff weighing us down. Negativity, that's being perpetuated. That's through the mind too, right? And we're just taking it, right? So just clocking us in the face and we're just taking it, it's just, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh no, right? So the energy now is like a divine cutting of the cords. This does not serve me any longer. Okay. That's the energy for character upgrades. All adepts and you. So cleanup work, spiritual hygiene, gunk removal, so you can remain fluid and social. Okay. By this month, you got to have activated your social character. Okay. If you started this process late, by the way, if you're watching this from the year like, you know, 2029 or whatever or something, like I would just say that listen, even if this month doesn't apply to you, you still can tap into this frequency that I'm tapping into of being social, of being open, of actually saying hi. I mean, why does everybody so uptight? Like they have a stick up their ass, you know? Like they're in the gym, like, I just need excuse me, are you using this? Oh, you're okay. Okay. Everyone has a front, everyone has a mask, the social mask, but that has to be ripped off. And we got to understand that what's underneath the mask becomes the mask. Now we're playing the game, right? Smoking, right? Come on, yo. It's that yeah, but doo Flintstones energy, right? It's that fucking let's go. So one more question after one changes. Hold on, I have to. Okay. One more question. After one changes their life, totally, will karma still come for them? Okay. Yeah, Mathis, the ventral vagal and the oxytocin exchange and like people's energy signature. Someone might be a really cool person, right? And just said hi to them, and now your energy signature is different. It's cool, right? But yeah, lone wolf shit, we've done it for too long. Okay. It ain't gonna work. Okay. You're going ow ow by yourself where you need the wolf pack. All right. After one changes their life totally, will karma still come? Asking the guides. The guides are saying this question is coming from being afraid of your own power or your spiritual powers. So, yes, karma, we do not know how to track. Okay. So, karma just means action and it creates a ripple very clearly, right? It creates a ripple effect. So, karmically, if you do good actions, good deeds, you get good results, good rewards, right? Yes, forgive who you need to forgive, cut the cords with who you need to, okay? Reconcile, that's important too, right? Repent, whatever, okay? But then, will karma still come for you in your next life? Quite possibly. Ryan G broke a generational loop yesterday by going through the academics portal, okay? So yes, it can be done. You can stop the karma, certain karmas, at least major karmas, from can be prevented in the next life if you follow your own true will, your own path, your pureness. Okay. Where, yes, it's my will versus God's will. I would say it's one true will, bro. You know, I don't see that as a versus, Mathis, actually, in my world. So, um, I see my will and God's will as the same ultimately. My ego is just trying to do the the more rambunctious version of that in a sense. Okay. It's trying to feel love and acceptance and bliss, doing all these weird like tactics and maneuvers and trying to, position and posture itself is cool and like, it's doing all that stuff, right? But it's just that's what God wants for us is that love, acceptance, divine truth, right? And the freedom, like, but it's just being so classified and segmented and, categorized through the ego's lens. Like, fuck, right? Just a thought. Yeah, it's just a thought. It's just a thought, right? And the power that you can give over that thought, that's what matters, right? That's what really matters. The feeling with the thought, and you remain in that. So let's say you feel sad about something. You've got to feel free to express that fully, right? To others. Maybe you don't share every little detail, right? Don't get like oversharey with people, but yeah, you share that. You're like, yeah, this is the way that I want to express myself here in this moment, right? And it's tough. It's tougher than it looks, especially if you're not used to it. I fucking am so resistant to taking phone calls for some reason. Because when I grew up in my household, it was like, that's all I would hear. It'd drive me bonkers, okay? Because my parents are doctors, they'd get like night calls and just like, I heard that noise like forever. And so it became like a shock, a trauma for me when people were calling me, right? And so nowadays, I'm like, when people are calling me, right? Sometimes it auto blocks if it's like a spam caller, so I might block the numbers. But nowadays, I've made a rule for myself. Now that I know this, I'll respond to the voice messages, right? And that as an audio shaman has been so helpful, right? Has been so helpful because then I can actually hear the real emotion, the energetics that's underneath behind what you're saying, right? You could be off quaaludes, like really like, hey, Uncle Makara, bro, I'm in the middle of a weird situation right now. So I was wondering if I could get some money. I'm outside of this apartment and my girlfriend kicked me out and, I'm behind the restaurant. And am I really going to answer that like from a pure state of mind, right? When you're just blabbering, blasting, lathering communication on me, like trying to like, you know, weekly pimp slap a whale or something. Like, what are you doing with that, right? It's like a flimsy argument, random slurring, intoxicated, the nonsense jumbled. That's such a jarring communication, right? That won't be that won't be fully accepted in the moment. You're gonna have to get like, wait, this guy's probably off Quaaludes or something because he's going right or whatever. So that's the thing. Communication is like teleportation. You go to where the person is speaking from. Oh shit! Thank you guys for that one. That's dope, right? I trip myself out with these downloads sometimes. Wild. Okay. I summon the wolves. Oh, I summon the wolves. Oh, yep. An ego will always cause karma because its cause is an illusion itself. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dang. This I find that ego preservation mechanism so funny at times, where I'm just like believing in my inaccurate thoughts, like I'm just taking it on, as a concept, as a thought, and like running with it, even though it's not helping me or like gathering any chi or like, wellness in me or whatever. Like I'm just carrying it, right? Most people think they're carrying something. Ooh, okay. So this is the thing. We have to care about the right things and generate the right things. The G in the Freemason symbol, right? The generative principle is the principle of care. Because why do you feel angry? Care about it. Why do you feel sad? You care about it. The situation, I mean, right? Atlas back pain. Yeah. Man, so I've been getting this weird back pain, like residue and like this energy here. And oh, my guides are forcing me to do yoga, guys, at this point, right? Every time I come here, I feel a little smarter. That's awesome, man. Great. I mean, isn't that what school is meant to do, right? Fuck yeah. Hey, we're reinventing the education system over here, right? Dang. All right. A new form of learning, right? And teaching too. Trippy visuals, right? Interesting, man. It's all flowy, right? Too. So it matches the branding and everything. Everything syncs up. You know, when you have a theme of your life, bro, and you sync that up with everything, and you're like, fuck what anybody else thinks, you know, I'm just gonna go with this, right? And you just stick to it, stick to it, stick to it, stick to it, right? The moment you break character, yeah, that's the ego death. That's a pocket of change. Move with a different approach when that happens. You guys see that? So it's like it's happening to you, it's happening to you, it's happening for me, actually. It's happening through me, actually. It's happening by me, actually, right? The words are changing my worldview. I'm becoming the cause point again because I understand that I care about it. Woo! Right? When you really care about someone, you love them. Why do you think we have intimacy with that kind of a person? Right? We want to stick a body part in their body part. Like, what? Right? The care, the oxytocin buildup, right? Which is why a lot of times, I truly believe that women also heal through orgasm if they've gone through different trauma or they're clenched their pelvic muscles or their, you know, I truly believe that, and that's not just like a joke, right? Yeah, we can laugh about it, but it's really like there's a deeper concept to this because us guys, like we only experience orgasm through just like busting a nut and then we're done, right? We don't get the mental orgasms. But when you retain or when you're like on the process of like charging up the chi, let's say you're doing a Taoist diet, you're like conserving your energy, your semen, right? Or you're even just as a woman, if you're trying it, not masturbating, right? You'll notice this natural energy emerge, right? As a byproduct of that. So feel into that, right? Of course, there's time and place to do sex magic and all this kind of stuff, right? Manifest through that. But I'm saying, why not feel elated pleasure and bliss and orgasm and ecstasy through our beingness, right? These mental orgasms sometimes we get. Have you ever had a braingasm before? Where you're like, whoa, fuck, that concept blew my mind, right? And it feels so good that it blew my mind. Because now I don't have to carry that weird thing in my mind anymore, right? That burden is gone. And I feel lighter. Sometimes I do this visualization where I'm just like the center orb burning light and water is creating smoke. And just the rest of the world around me, right, is I'm erasing, right, with my hands. And so I do this exercise, right? Hey, I got a fuck ton of money in my account right now. Abundance gang. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. And it happened live, okay, on this video. So here we go. We're changing our frequency around. Clearly, Abundance August worked because my monetary situation is different. You get what I mean? This is living proof, guys, and I'm showing you daily. Fuck, who's doing this shit, bro? People are manipulating you and like posting videos consequently, like month after month, trying to maneuver the best ways possible, but they can't even get on a live and speak from the heart, from the soul, right? Trying to cover up all the dimples and pimples and weird scratches on your body and trying to plaster it with, residue and substances and lotion and trying to be the best. I mean, take self-care, obviously, but you also have to start. You also have to go feel the energy into it, okay? It's not that bad. The way you're thinking in your mind, this is what anxiety does to us. It's not that bad. Anxiety makes it bad. It makes it worse. It takes it to the nth degree of the worst case scenario, but your brain doesn't have to go there. Okay, that's just a protective mechanism. It's an evolutionary lizard brain. Yeah, lizard, I meant. So don't milk the wizard, yet balance and listen to your Oh, the wizard. I love what the fuck? Pause, bro. Milk the wizard. Yeah, okay. So yeah, don't milk the lizard. Yeah, maintain a balance and listen to your body. Yes, totally. Totally. Because if you're too distracted and you're disembodied, you're not feeling into your decision making, right? You're not actually creating any depth. You're just living shallow, right? And if you're just, but also that's funny, the wizard and the lizard, right? The priest beast. Um, man, the reptile brain, right? The lizard and the wizard, the mage. Isn't that Uncle Makara? Dang, that's wild, huh? That's wild. How my brain just automatically does that. Fuck. Like it integrates things like that, right? Even ridiculous things sometimes. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Oh man, goodness gracious, we can have fun our entire lives. Okay? Or as Agwe would say, you are not being weighed down. You are being firmly rooted, right? I've seen other channels will tell you what you want to know, and now donate $99. 9.999. Yeah. I'm here to enlighten the masses. That'll be $5,000, please. Huh? Okay. Doesn't mean that you can't charge for your awakening services, you know. However, I would just say that it's funny. That's just funny to me, right? There's a difference between the rodent that Ganesha rides on and the rodents we see out here in the physical world, right? The vermins. Okay. I don't know why I got this weird image of like these sewer, like these mutant sewer rodents or whatever. I don't know. That's a weird imagination, huh? You guys have ever watched this cartoon? It was called oh man. You guys remember the pigeons from Animaniacs? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Nah, probably. The cartoon people know, right? The Good Feathers. You guys know what I'm talking about? All right. All right, we'll speed this up a bit. I don't know. I don't want to get copyrighted, but it is what it is. Um, Yup.
The god pigeon.
And that's what. Squid. Listen, I'll do anything to.
Everyone's saying they're gonna tell him in the burns name. He says you're in.
All right.
If
You can never understand it, right? That's just the thing I was
come
talking
for
about.
some food.
Sure, I'll get some food. No problem.
So high status, you can't even understand what he's saying.
The god pigeon.
God pigeon. Sorry to that person. Yeah, I know I swear to you. Bro, this pigeon is great at light language, huh? Oh, you motherfuckers better get into the party now. Okay.
You have been given the god pigeon's blessing. You're in.
God pigeon.
I know I'm in the car. You can say it, but
What? I don't speak your language. Carluda?
Hey, I know what's on the beak.
Beaked? Carluda got beaked?
Hey,
It was Chicky Butt, wasn't it? He thinks I beat Noodles, and he beat the one I love for revenge.
You see, this is what a lack of communication does to you. Look at how much rage that this other pigeon is feeling just because this person cannot communicate clearly. Oh, is that what Luda said about me? Right? You mean he set it up for Danielle to take the promises and put it over there, and you mean to say that I'm okay? It's creating doubt, insecurity, stress, right? For no reason. Just because he can't understand, he's like, let's pretend a Buick or whatever, right? It's totally different.
Beaked? Carluta got beaked? It was Chicky Butt, wasn't it? He thinks I beat Noodles, and he beat the one I love for revenge.
Bruh, this is us.
Bobby, come on. Don't peck open Pesto's brain box. Yo, Bobby.
The God pigeon. The God pigeon says, remember Fluffer Frittata? Had hiccup so bad his torso dissolved.
Now this guy's a good translator, right? That's why he's the leader, and these guys are reacting to him. You see that? Because he has more clarity in the group of this God pigeon's communication. He's the channeler. The rest cannot channel, and they're depending on this person. This is why you need to learn how to channel, guys. Okay?
Yeah.
The God pigeon says there's nothing he can do for you, and he hopes you had a nice...
What if I just did that to some some chick at the club? Right? You'd be like, huh? Get away from me. Right? Or whatever. But what if not? What if she accepted it? Right? Then it changes the whole game. The whole paradigm shifts. Oh, wait, you mean all we're waiting for is a reaction? All we're waiting for is somebody else's reaction to do what we really want to do? What? That doesn't make sense. Go and do it. Okay? Whether we at seeking for reaction or
What happened?
The God pigeon stupefied the hiccups out of you.
stupefied it. Okay? Anyway, you guys get what I mean, okay? Pinky in the brain. Oh man, he's the Don. Yep. That's so funny. But yeah, I mean, Pinky in the brain is another great one, you know? What are we gonna be doing tonight? Pinky. What are we going to do? Oh no, it's like, what are we going to be doing tonight, right? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Trying to take over the world. Or as we would say, the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to raise the consciousness of humanity. Okay, I don't know why I sounded like, Hispanic there, but anyway. I found out chicks like it when you ignore them, they pursue you. At some level, that's true. At some level, that's true. However, I would say it's not ignorance. It's the grasp of, it's like the clasp of the attention. If you know that she's wrapping you around her little finger and like controlling, maneuvering you, she'll see that she'll sense your weakness, right? I want to show you guys this. This will actually explain this particular energy, because I did take I saved it. Hold on. This guy just perfectly explains it. Okay. So a lot of women, a lot of men like women, but they don't like feminine energy. Okay, check this out. Hold on. Oh man, it's connected to my headphones. 1 second. Always got headphones, man. When you listen to so many binaurals like I do, always tapped into the headset. And it's always charged. Knock on wood. Okay. All right. Sorry for the delay, guys. Thank you for your patience, I meant to say. Okay, there we go.
Women, but they don't like feminine energy. Because a lot of men like women, but they don't like feminine energy. Because feminine energy leans on masculine energy, and you need to be masculine to be able to deal with that shit. Because let's think about it. At the surface, a woman is very playful. She's very intuitive. She's very empathetic. There's so many things to love about a woman at the surface. But after all of those things, she then goes to being vulnerable. And then she surrenders. And then she leans on a man. She then depends on a man. She then becomes insecure about her man. She then becomes emotional about her man. And those are all qualities that a real masculine man should be able to deal with. Because when you masculine, you don't mind communicating because you're ambitious. And when you're ambitious, you're goal driven, you're action driven, you're doing driven. So if you have real ambition towards taking care of the woman that's around you, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing but another challenge. But masculinity is confused as being these big dog, macho man ass people. No, masculine energy is all predicated on feminine energy. And if you can't deal with feminine energy, then you're not really that masculine. Masculine ain't no macho man shit. It's being able to be the problem solver for all of the problems that the feminine have. And that's what the feminine energy is, being a problem solver for all of the problems that the masculine have. So it goes hand in hand. But I do feel like there's a lot of lust attached towards women rather than love attached to women. Because if there was real love there, then you wouldn't have no issue dealing with a woman's qualities when she really taps into them.
Oh,
So if you don't like
so if you don't like feminine energy, then you're just not that masculine.
qualities when she really taps into them. So if you don't like feminine energy, then you're just not masculine. And that's just the way that I see it. A lot of men like women, but
This was an interesting perspective, bro. It kind of wake me up. And yeah, it got me to understand the whole that again, that complementary nature, right, of yang and yin, in this playful dance of Shiva Shakti. It emerges. But it's I don't want you to think of ignoring like stonewalling, because that's a strategy that a lot of guys do in order to preserve their own ego states. You get what I mean? You are not ignoring, your attention is towards your purpose. And so you're not pampering her and smothering her with your energy, right? You're staying to your own set of principles, morals. She loved you by the time you're going to the gym, and then you matched with her, and then you stopped going. You started spending all the time there, right? And it actually turned her off as a byproduct. She's saying, "No, I love dad bods. I like kind of big guys too, but it's like you've been swayed. She's there to distract your purpose and then amplify it. So she's there to test and challenge you as nature. Nature itself is poking you, right? Going, are you a real man? Are you say who you say you are? Or do you have integrity? Boom, 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 right? So that's the main thing. That's why I bring it back to character every time. And this is what we've been talking about, right? On this live for a long time, by the way. It's been a while. Okay. So this is it. This is the real secret sauce to this. Okay. Mathis says, depends on our vibe. Women shit test a lot. Most modern women are also disconnected to their own. Most men have not the patience to qualify her. I'm learning. Yeah. Heart chakra guide made me write down a man who has not overcame lust is disqualified for a thriving relationship. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's one of the biggest things, is overcoming that lust, because lust means that you don't have enough. You don't have enough sex or fulfillment in that regards, right? That's what you're saying to the world when you're not getting it. And it's like it creates this perpetual cycle of that until you decide that, no, actually, I'm not going to take the easy option anymore, right? I'm not going to go just for the massage parlors and I'm not going to go the easy route. I'm going to go in the trenches, right? In the dojo of socially interacting with others. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be fascinating. Okay. And I'm here to fascinate myself on this journey. Really. I'm there to surprise myself with how much I change, with how much tougher life makes me through the challenges. I'm excited. I'm truly riveted by life. It reflects your self-love levels, as the underlying belief is, I am not good enough. Yeah. And here I am saying, I'm good enough to be me, man. There's no one out there trying to be myself, Someone's like, no, I'm the real Uncle Makara. That guy's a fraud or whatever, What are you saying, bro? You haven't had that journey to even have that name even come up. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you could try to imitate somebody else's style or whatever, but ultimately you gotta come at it from your own angle, right? The more unique you are in this matrix, you break up. You actually recognize that you are the matrix, bro. Okay? You are this thing. It's changed through the mind. All is mind. I have to keep reminding myself of this. Reminding, right? Bringing back to mind that I am mind. What a meta mind, okay? I'm gonna end with this. This was my post last night. It was a powerful one. At first, it was like a very long one, and it didn't sound right. It sounded kind of choppy and so forth. Okay. Join us on this path. Exactly. We over that. Yeah, people need to join the Telegram group. Go click that link. Okay, go join the tribe. We have channelings every Monday. Okay, and we have a podcast every Wednesday, and we just tap in sometimes. You know, at random, we find different things to talk about, especially if you're a part of the adepts, right? You find a real link towards your own spiritual path working and epiphanies that are about to emerge as a byproduct of you doubling down on like I'm ready, right? I'm ready to get the lessons and upgrades. I'm tapped in, okay? So I wrote, they want to mess with my spiritual strength, but it can cut through anything. Just like a Vajra, symbol of power, I, the Makara, shall turn pressure into poetry. Transformation is inevitable. Evolution is guaranteed. I'll see you in the astral. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, much love to all of you guys. Have an incredible rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Okay, stay wired in, tapped in, locked in, whatever words you want to choose. Okay, stay in the zone, stay in flow, and make sure that your life is never the same again. All right. Peace and love, many blessings. All right. Many timeline shifts and upgrades available to us. Okay. Have an incredible weekend. Enjoy your time. Okay. Let's be social. Let's engage with others. Peace. Much love.